shortage. I mean, really big time. We couldn't find anything. Of course, we didn't have any money either.
And you were moving from Minneapolis?
From Minneapolis to
Yeah.
go to work at Alec Tech.
Yeah.
And ran across this 30 acres out in the country, which, I mean, I really wanted that. That would fit me well, but
Yeah.
you're not going to get that. So I can't remember what they priced at, but I know that I spent 1/2 a day negotiating through the realtor and the owners to pick up $400, and I got it from 17,000 to 16,600.
Oh.
This was a huge, huge deal.
Oh my goodness.
I was in no position to bargain. I needed something, but I did. I went after it big time.
And you knew the bank would give you that loan?
After that, I had to go to the bank to see if I could get the money.
So that 30 acres was $16,000?
16,600
That's
With
amazing.
the house.
with the house,
Oh my goodness.
and the house was bad.
Yeah, I remember very little about that house.
But anyway, then I went to Hugo Nelson, who owned the Alexandria Savings and Loan, and met with him and said I'm going to be a teacher at Alec Tech. Oh, that's a big deal. He liked that a lot.
Yeah.
I said, I found this 30 acres out here. He said, boy, you found a place? Yeah. I said, I need to borrow the money. I don't have any money.
We didn't
Yeah.
have any money.
And he said, well, I'll come out and look at it. So he comes out there, and he looks at the house and talking to Lou all the time and so on, and the house is really pretty small, et cetera, and
Really
looked at the
small house.
woods and so on, and he said, here's what you do. He said, you go get a hold of Dick Howe. I said, who's Dick Howe? He's a surveyor, and he has his own business, but he also is the county surveyor, and he's a really good guy. And you get him, and you build some houses in here. I said, I don't have any money. He said, I'll take care of it.
What
Honest
in
to
the
goodness.
world?
Isn't that incredible?
You just must have had a gut feeling that you could do that.
I didn't have a gut feeling I could do it. I mean, I was driven.
Yeah. So which ones did you build first?
Schroeder's.
Schroeder's was first. And who did
We're
you...
going to move into that, and then John and what was her name?
Katie.
Huh?
Katie.
John and Katie.
Oh, yeah.
Almquist, right?
Pardon?
Almquist, right?
Almquist?
Almquist, was that?
Something Quist.
Yeah.
Almquist or something. Yeah,
Yep,
you're
I
right.
think so.
I was over there on a Sunday afternoon cleaning up in this house. Just about finished. And we were going to move into it. You probably heard this story 16
I
times.
don't remember.
So we're going to get my family out of this dumpy old place and go in there. They heard about this house, and they're being transferred to Alexandria from Mankato, and he worked for Hubbard Milling, which is a big regional milling company out of Mankato. And they're opening an office and a feed distribution center in Alexandria. So he had money.
Okay, then, Mom.
So, but they stop there and they look at this house, and they also are experiencing
The
a
housing
shortage.
shortage. Oh, my.
And so they want this house, and I said, my wife is going to be very unhappy. She's living in this dumpy place, and we built this so we could have a decent place. They just persisted and persisted. I said, you know what? Now it got to be time like 5 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
Time for supper. And I said, you have to come over and meet my family and convince my wife. So she's making supper, and I bring them in, and she doesn't know nothing about nothing. And I said, these folks are going to have supper with us. What? Well, she doesn't know nothing from nothing. What's going on here? So they stay for supper in this very humble place, and they convince us that they could treat us right. They could buy this place, etc., etc. And I said, well, okay, Lou, what do you think? She said, okay, go ahead. I said, okay, we'll build another house.
Who did you have build it?
It was Elmer Hahn.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Mercedes.
so we sold it, and then we built the next house, and we did move into it. We
The
moved
Ehrlichmans, right?
Ehrlichman's
Yeah.
house, yep. And then we rented out the farmhouse to Sells. Shirley Sell and her husband, I can't remember her husband's name. Steve Sell?
Yeah.
Steve and
Steve
Shirley
and Sell.
Sell. Oh, that precious.
Oh, he's so
Yeah.
cute.
So they get time with them.
They haven't come back yet, have they?
Mm-mm.
No. She went out in the lake.
Steve and Shirley Sell, and he graduated from the tech school, and I had her as a student. But he was in the Marine area, but he had a little questionable background. Yeah, but they rented it from us while we moved into the new house.